Burt Reynolds' new movie called Cannonball Run 2.
Wow. Cannonball Run 2 is every bit the disaster that I thought it was going to be. This film is absolutely the pits. It is a complete mess, a cattle call of tired old stars doing the most embarrassing old vaudeville routines, the kind of joke that would be rejected even on one of those old Dean Martin TV roasts. The excuse for the story here is a cross-country road race, but mostly what goes on in the picture is just a bunch of familiar old faces sitting around and telling jokes. For example, Burt Reynolds and his buddy Dom DeLuise trade lines with Shirley MacLaine and Mary Lou Henner, who play actresses dressed up as nuns.
Would you mind if we sat?
You with us?
Okay,
you want to
yes.
join us?
Yes. Oh, no, don't get
sure.
up. Boy nun.
Boy nun? JJ, they're going to join us.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm Sister Veronica. And I'm Sister Betty. How do you do?
I'm JJ McClure, and
you do?
This is Victor Princey. We're partners.
Are you boys married?
No, just partners.
Partners? Well, sweet.
Sister Betty?
That's correct, but we're not partners. We're sisters. I'm not real sisters. We're just in the same order together. So, what do you gentlemen do for a living?
We race across the country for money.
Oh, and we're going to have a race today to the East Coast.
Are you racing to Broadway?
Connecticut. What order did you say you were from?
Oh, actually, it's just a bunch of girls.
Bunch of girls?
We're affiliated together in the Order of Immaculate Chastity. Oh, the Order of Immaculate Chastity.
The timing in that scene is just awful, and so are the jokes. In addition to jokes, Cannonball Run 2 also has plenty of stunt sequences, including this fight with Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise taking on a carload of Hollywood stereotypes.
Hey, you look like an athlete. Well, thank you. I was an athlete. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I was all. Well, then you can probably handle yourself. Oh, don't do that to me again. This is just beautiful. That's European, but of course, absolutely stunning.
Those kinds of stunts do nothing for me. This whole movie did nothing for me except get me angry. This isn't a movie, really. It's Hollywood stars in sort of a home movie. They don't even try here. There's no story. The race, this is fabulous. The race is barely run at all. And that's probably because they didn't want to spend any money growing cross-country with a film crew or, get the stars out of their homes for more than one day. So the race is run at the end of this picture, unbelievably, in a cartoon sequence. Cannonball Run off a deceptive film that gives movies a bad name.
I agree with you. I think it's one of the most deceptive films in terms of the fact that you think that maybe somebody spent a little time writing a script, putting together a plot, working for 2 hours to make a movie that would at least, at the very bottom level, give you something to look at for 2 hours. This movie is as close to zero as you can get. And an example is Frank Sinatra's little role. Now, I know that you probably noticed this, too. Sinatra's entire scene in this movie was shot with the camera straight on Sinatra, and he must have been the only actor for miles around. Then they intercut that with Burt Reynolds talking to him, other actors talking to him. He couldn't even be bothered to work for a day in the same room with the actors who were in the same scene with him. And I think he's the only actor in this movie who was smart.
I agree. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. Stay away from this picture. He did it. Hey, if one of the stars did it, you do it too.
Sinatra phoned it in, and I'd like to hang up on. Both hated, as we've already said, of course, Cannonball Run 2. It should have been called Cannonball Run From, the cheap, poorly made road race sequel with Burt Reynolds. Gene and